You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston. On the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, Nick Pivetta, Bailey Horn combined to give up 4 home runs. Sox road woes continuing Tuesday night in St. Pete. Rays taking the opener by a score of 8-3. Sox right now 1-4 on their current road trip. 2 more to go on the trip, 11 games to go in the regular season. And with that, we do welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, veteran play-by-play announcer, calling over 1,000 games in the minors. Spent one glorious Saturday in the show calling Padres-Dodgers from Dodger Stadium on ESPN's national radio broadcast. I was on Lobster Lake in Maine when the Red Sox made a trade and acquired Dave Henderson and Spike Owen in August of 1986. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which you know is free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to discuss, and I've got a couple of questions to start off. We get to that in just a moment. But we'll discuss the Red Sox falling to a game below 500 for the first time since June. We'll discuss Nick Pivetta's outing, Triston Casas and Romy Gonzalez going deep, and who's going to be shut down in the coming days. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation, watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Hit the comment button. Join the Sox conversation. You can also hit me up on X. Follow our Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Follow me on X at Lennox on Baseball. And feel free to offer up questions, comments, and or concerns. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by FanDuel. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5, and with that, you get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. Well, it was a 5-3 game going to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Josh Winkowski back out for the 9th inning. Winkowski facing a bases-loaded, no-out situation. Nobody up in the bullpen. And I'm wondering why. If you've got urgency right now, you're pushing the pedal to the metal, and you've got double-barrel action behind Winkowski. I'm not blaming Josh Winkowski, but he had already gone 2 innings for you. 2 1/3. Ends up getting all 3 outs in the 9th inning. Finally, they got some activity going. Bases loaded, nobody out, 5-3 ball game. Nobody warming. Infield in. Little looper. Trevor Story went back on it, able to make the catch on the infield. Winkowski then picks up a strikeout, his 4th. And then Jose Siri. Oh, you gotta hate it when the number 9 hitter in a lineup beats you. He beat Nick Pivetta earlier in the game with a home run. First Nesson reference, Will Middlebrook said, don't have to throw strikes to Jose Siri. Siri got the bat on the ball in the bottom of the 8th inning, a flare into left field. Tyler O'Neill had to lay out, came in on it, missed it. Ball got by him, 3 runs coming to score. I defend Alex Cora. I believe in Alex Cora. And the reason I bring this up, and nobody will know, but Dave O'Brien, cameras caught it, Dave O'Brien, Will Middlebrooks on Nesson, they talked about it. After that half inning was over, Red Sox going to the top of the 9th inning down 8-3, Cora talking with an emotional Josh Winkowski. Why is Josh Winkowski pitching 3 1/3 innings? Why is Josh Winkowski pitching 3 1/3 innings when you had an off day on Monday? I'm not saying the bullpen is 100% right now. Is he your best option in that situation? Going 3 1/3 innings? A little flare. O'Neill can't make the catch. 3 runs come in to score. You know what's great about baseball? We can second guess all day long. We can do that from our basements, from the press box, from the stands, from wherever we're at. When we're watching a baseball game, we can second guess with the best of them. But I'm wondering why he was in there. I mean, bases loaded. At some point, you're telling him, hey, you're going to, if he gave up a grand slam, hey, there's a term in baseball. You're going to wear it. He's the guy they were going to leave out there. We're not going to go to any more bullpen. And I do question, okay, what happens Wednesday? We could possibly see Tanner Houck. We could see Criswell. We could see Bayo sometime. Maybe Bayo gets pushed back to Friday. That's what I was thinking about during the course of the day. I said it on Sunday after the series finale against the Yankees. I wasn't going to say the Red Sox are playing out the stretch until the Twins series was over on Sunday at Fenway Park this upcoming Sunday. Game under 500. You're not in the conversation anymore. My old adage has been, you don't talk about a team being, 500 or less, and that's what the Red Sox are now. Game under 500 for the first time since June 11th. That's when we got underway with the Locked On Red Sox postcast. June, right around there, June 11th. Red Sox fell at home to the Phillies to fall to 33-34. They ended up taking 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. They ended up taking 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. Folks at the Locked On Sports Network telling me, well, you're going to be in for a long season. I have thoroughly enjoyed this season right up to this road trip. Because even if it was faint, I had hope. And I do believe, I'll be steadfast in this. The Red Sox had gotten to the postseason. I was saying it in June, said it in July, said it in August. I'll still say it September. If they'd given themselves an opportunity to make it to the postseason, well, you're the number 3 seed and you're playing 3 games on the road. I didn't care. Wasted opportunity to get these guys postseason experience. It's not happening. It's not. If I came on here and said, hey, and all the way through Sunday, the hope is faint, but the hope is there. It's not anymore. And look, I'm invested in this because I enjoy doing it. I've enjoyed working with Locked On. I've said it before. I'm a fan of this team. I'm a fan of Alex Cora. I'm a fan of Jarren Duran. A fan of Triston Casas, Devers, watching these guys every day, day in, day out, night in, night out. I've had hope. I think I'm a little different from a fan because you as a fan with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel or the Locked On Red Sox postcast with the podcast feed, you see it as the last couple of years, they've all been the same. Is this team going to be 78 wins again? Last year, 4-8 in the final 12? I mean, when I started, even in April, with that road trip, I was texting and calling and emailing people in Boston saying, hey, this team over-under right now for me was 85. Not going to happen. 75-76, 11 games to go. Over 12 days, 1 more off day. That's a week from Thursday. Then you've got 3 against the Rays. You've been in 3rd place in the AL East forever, and now the Rays are right behind you, breathing down your neck. It's disappointing. And I know it's more disappointing for Red Sox fans. I put myself in that category, but I kind of dip my toes in it. Again, I enjoy doing this. The choice of covering a couple of teams, I wanted to cover the Red Sox. I love Boston, my number 1 city. Not that far away, down in the New Haven, Connecticut area. But boy, when cows again, where was the sense of urgency on Tuesday night in St. Pete, Florida, at the dreadful Tropicana Field? Dave O'Brien, Will Middlebrook sort of touched on the stadium. Are they going to get a new stadium? Are they ever going to get fan support here? I mean, the Red Sox hit a couple of home run, hit the home run from Triston Casas, and you're feeling good. And, hey, cheers on the road. Live by the home run. Triston Casas, a home run, a 2-run shot. He'll be part of our numbers of the night coming up in segment number 3. But you also die by the home run. And Red Sox pitchers in the second half of the season have not kept the ball in the yard. Nick Pivetta giving up 3 home runs. Bailey Horn coming in. We've seen Horn come out of the bullpen before and give up a home run. Go back to the Rangers series and Mr. Corey Seager against Bailey Horn. So 4 home runs allowed total. That will be part of numbers of the night coming up in segment number 3 as well. With us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit the comment button, join the conversation. I threw it out there sarcastically or really wondering because some people wrote this team off a couple of weeks ago. If you've now officially written this team off, playing out the stretch, there's still things to be played for. I'm sorry, but there are. You got 11 games to go to showcase one way or another. I would love to see Quinn Priester make a start. Bring him up. Hey, by the way, when you mentioned Quinn Priester, you mentioned Nick York. Tip of the cap to the former Red Sox prospect, now with the Pirates. Big league debut, I believe, on Monday. First big league base hit for Nick York, Tuesday, for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm not trying to draw any parallels right now. I'm just happy for Nick York. I'm not saying the Red Sox should have kept him or anything along those lines. He's now a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. He's a big leaguer. Quinn Priester has already made his major league debut. Did that with the Pirates. I'd like to see him make his Red Sox debut here over the final week plus of the regular season. Again, with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, join the conversation. Andrew the GOAT. I can see this number, Red Sox team going 0 for the rest of the season. They are that bad. Andrew, I'm a glass half full guy most of the time. They're going to lose. If you're saying winless the rest of the way, all I need is one win there, Andrew the GOAT, to prove you wrong. And I really do hope that I prove you wrong. Andrew the GOAT, you just brought a smile to my face. The pessimist right now and Andrew the GOAT. Hey, I understand it. I understand it. It's not easy right now, especially after what's gone on over the last couple of years. Craig Breslow out saying we're going to be aggressive this offseason. What do you do right now that you've written the Red Sox off with the rest? You've got games. You've got 6:50 start for some reason, a 6:50 start in St. Pete, Florida, Wednesday night, Thursday night, then home against Minnesota this weekend. I can't imagine there are going to be that many people at Fenway Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Twins. Maybe. If you've got tickets, why not go to the game? Because we know now the experience at a big league ballpark, it's more than just the game, right? It's the experience. Going out there and having a couple of adult beverages. Yes, a couple of beers, a couple of hot dogs. Last time I was at Fenway, the sausage and peppers, outstanding. But what are you doing? Are you just waiting for the final, then joining us here on the Locked On Red Sox postcast? Or listening to us, the everydayers? Your first listen each day, the Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Network. What are you doing the rest of the way? Are you in it to the end? If you're in it to the end, you already know I'm in it to the end. So, as the old saying goes, misery does love company. Andrew the GOAT. Nick Pivetta made me mad when he gave up those home runs. Yeah, and we're going to get into Nick Pivetta here coming up, Andrew the GOAT, in our second segment as well. So, Triston Casas, hey, not a lot of hits for the Red Sox. Live by the home run. Can't manage base hits. Can't move runners along. Red Sox don't walk a whole heck of a lot anymore as a team. They really don't. We'll get into that as well. 4 home runs allowed. 3 by Pivetta, the losing pitcher, 1 by Bailey Horn. The Red Sox lose the opener. Where's Tanner Houck? Pavetta's outing. And is Tanner Houck going to pitch Wednesday or Thursday or again this season? We'll get into that next. Red Sox a game below 500 with the loss to the Tampa Bay Rays in St. Pete, Florida. Glad you're with us on the Locked On Sports Network and the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Hey, Locked On Sports, your team every day, presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks is the easiest and the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, PrizePicks, simple. You against the numbers. You against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 snap projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends. Become part of PrizePicks community today. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn that $10 into $1,000. Sign up today. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. PrizePicks puts their numbers first, so all withdrawals. PrizePicks does put members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When you hit with PrizePicks, you get your money in as little as 15 minutes. How about that? PrizePicks invented the FlexPay, which means you can still cash out if your lineup is not perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Download the Prize Picks app today. Again, use code LOCKEDONMLB. Get that $50 bonus instantly when you play $5. Again, LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks. Get that $50 instantly when you play $5. You do not even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. So Jemai Webster had it on Nesson over the weekend during the Yankees series in the Bronx, where Tanner Houck optimistic that he could pitch in the upcoming series against the Rays. Well, it's possible he's going to be the starting pitcher for the Rays on Wednesday in Game 2 of the series. Cooper Criswell on ESPN.com is listed as the starting pitcher for Wednesday in Game 2 of the series against the Rays. Red Sox game notes have it as TBA for Wednesday and TBA for Thursday and the series finale. Nick Pivetta, and giving up the 2 home runs. And you may have seen it if you were watching the game, or maybe Will Fleming and Joe Castiglione also talked about it as well. But Pivetta struck out Driscoll for his 6th strikeout of the game, and he kind of reached back towards the right shoulder, right in that trap area. And Will Middlebrooks had it, and Pivetta stayed in the game. Gave up the home run, gave up a double, left with a runner on. That runner, inherited runner for Horn, scored on the 2-run home run. So Pivetta might be shut down. Houck, we don't know. If he can't go Wednesday, remember, he was scheduled to go last Friday against the Yankees. He was shut down within, let's say, 90 minutes of first pitch. Richard Fitz found out that he was getting the start, and Fitz pitched well. Again, he's not allowed an earned run in his first two big league starts. We're going to see him one more time, likely 2 more times. You'd think right now Fitz he would go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On normal rest, he'd go Friday. You'd expect him to go over the weekend, and then maybe in the Rays series at Fenway to wrap up the regular season. What is that? That's the 27th, 28th, and 29th, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But if Houck doesn't go, and he might be on, hey, you're going 3 innings and that's it. Maybe he's shut down. Maybe Pivetta is shut down. And how close are we right now to Rafael Devers getting shut down as well for the Red Sox? Red Sox lose 8-3 in the opener to the Tampa Bay Rays in St. Pete, Florida. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Rays don't play in Tampa Bay. They play in St. Pete. They've done that since their existence at Tropicana Field. Without a doubt, you want to talk about the Coliseum in Oakland. Tropicana Field. Saw basketball there once. I think it was the Elite 8 or Final 4. I don't know. Red Sox lose again. Game under 500 for the first time since June 11th in a series against the Phillies at home at Fenway. Red Sox used to be the Road Warriors. Now the road woes continue. Red Sox are now 1-9 in their last 10 road games. 1-9. That includes a 5-game losing streak against the Tigers and the Mets on their last road trip. First loss of the season for the Red Sox at Tropicana Field. And by the way, I just want to throw this out there. This is opinion and opinion only. I share a lot of them. Playing 13 games now against teams in your own division, I'm fine with that. But the fact that the Red Sox and Rays are playing for the first time since May, to me, I find that a little bit ridiculous. A team in your own division. So you're going to play them twice over the final week plus of the regular season. But Tuesday night's the first time they've seen each other since May. I don't like that. You've got to figure out how to play each division opponent. You can't have that much time between playing a division opponent. Maybe it's a wrinkle they'll figure out. Maybe it's not an issue for anybody else. The fact that the Rays and Red Sox hadn't played since May prior to Tuesday night, I'm not a fan of that at all. Again, if you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit the comment button, join the conversation. Hey, I think we're closing in. If you don't see Houck on the mound Wednesday, he may as well shut it down for the season. I don't like saying that, but what's the gain at this point? Pivetta may not see him again. And I think we're closer and closer. Maybe Devers plays through the weekend series at home against the Twins. But are you going to see him in Toronto against the Blue Jays next week or at home against the Rays? I don't know. If he does, I'll tip my cap one more time to Rafael Devers. I know we have, you know what? I'll just save it for numbers of the night coming up in the next segment because Dave O'Brien had it a couple of times. Are we scoreboard watching? No. And I mean that. We're not. We're not at this point in time. Guardians and Twins continuing their series on Tuesday. Twins won. And here's one for you. I'll throw this out again. What are you doing if you've crossed the Red Sox off your to-do list, your must-watch list, rest of the regular season? Who do you want winning that third wild card right now? The Twins, the Tigers, or the Mariners? And you may say, shut up, I don't care. But I'm going to throw it out there. And I have nothing against the Minnesota Twins. Rocco Baldelli, Rhode Island native. Throw that out there. Useless information. But I'm kind of rooting for the Tigers right now. I like the chase. I like the fact that they're right there, breathing down the necks of the Minnesota Twins. And I think if they go in front, they'll just finish out the rest of the way and they'll stay in front. The Tigers have played winning baseball more than the Yankees and Orioles, really going back a couple of months now. They have a better record probably over their last 70. I'll have that on Wednesday. But really, that's the case. Numbers of the night. We'll discuss some more of the pitchers. But, hey, the Red Sox, not a lot of base runners. 3 home runs. Wilyer Abreu had a base hit. Then Triston Casas promptly hit into a double play after Casas had homered in his previous at-bat. But nothing. We'll go down the Red Sox lineup and numbers of the night next. I warn you right now, the numbers are hideous. They are absolutely hideous. Numbers of the night. Wrap it up. Talk about the pitchers. Josh Winkowski pitched in the 9th inning, ended up giving up 3 runs in the 8th inning. He pitched in the 8th inning and went 3 1/3. I'm still wondering why Josh Winkowski, hey, you tip your cap to him. He went 2 1/3 scoreless. You make him go a full 3, and you showed it. You weren't going to the bullpen. Why not? Why not? Well, they were taxed from the day before. No, they didn't play on Monday. I might hit on that again. That's next. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Again, Locked On Sports Boston, your team every day, presented by FanDuel. You've heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Well, FanDuel has something a little different right now for you. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then with a YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. There's the tongue twister. There's the run-on sentence. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime. And if that is not enough, be sure to check out FanDuel's Profit Boost as well in the app each week. FanDuel, you can double your winnings. Again, FanDuel.com. Download America's #1 sportsbook. Did I have it? No, I did not. I did not type out. The Red Sox are plus 220 to go without a home run. They hit 2 home runs in the loss, and if they didn't hit those 2 home runs, they would have been held to 1 base hit and shut out by the Rays. By the way, Shane Baz, very good pitcher. Jarren Duran was plus 700 to hit the Red Sox first home run of the game. Rafael Devers was plus 440 to hit the Red Sox first home run of the game. That did not happen. Tyler O'Neill was plus 4,600 to hit 2 home runs. That did not happen. Jarren Duran was plus 800 to collect 3 base hits. FanDuel future bets right now, Red Sox plus 49,000 to win the World Series. Again, FanDuel.com. Download America's #1 sportsbook. Yeah, the Red Sox, they're going to need a big offseason. The Yankees will be there. The Blue Jays are always trying to get there, but they fall short. Don't sleep on the Tampa Bay Rays getting their pitchers back, and you saw that in the opener Tuesday night. I've liked Shane Baz for a really long time. I saw him as a teenager with Team USA. In fact, in 2016, it was Casas and Baz, Casas hitting a home run against Shane Baz on Tuesday night, his 9th on the season. But Casas and Baz were teammates on that 18U national team for USA Baseball back in 2016, and I believe they won gold in 2016 as well. Hey, Locked On Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, your team every day. 11 to go for the Red Sox over the next 11. Let's see if they can get back to 500 on Wednesday night. Bayo, it looks like, just gets moved to the series against the Twins over the weekend. Ian Brown from MLB.com tweeting out on Tuesday, Lucas Sims and Luis Garcia both pitching in Worcester on Tuesday night. I didn't bother to look at their lines. I apologize for that if you were waiting for that. But Alex Cora did say, and Ian Brown had this, MLB.com writer covering the Red Sox, on his X account, that it was looking good for Tanner Houck to make the start on Wednesday and Brian Bayo Thursday. And I actually sent a note to Ian Brown saying, why wouldn't you push Bayo to Friday? Maybe that is the case. Maybe you give Bayo the start against the Twins, because that's going to mean something to the Minnesota Twins. And yes, I'm reading For Love of the Game, the book right now, and I'm telling you right now, For Love of the Game, movie, Kevin Costner, Kelly Preston, better than the book, although the book is very good. Let's get into numbers of the night here. Dave O'Brien had this. Top 5 hitters in the lineup. You ready? I'm trying to do the math quickly in my head. 0 for 20, 7 strikeouts. Duran, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Devers, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. O'Neill, 0 for 4, a strikeout. Yoshida, 0 for 4. Now hitting 287. Connor Wong, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. There was some hard contact early on, but a couple of Adam balls and a couple of nice plays made by the Rays. Abreu had a single. He raced on a double play that Casas hit into. Casas, the 2-run home run. Romy Gonzalez, pinch hit home run. Pinch hitting for Casas. Casas, a home run. Lefty on the mound. Romy Gonzalez, boom, home run. So Romy Gonzalez with a pinch hit home run. You know, Casey Stengel would pinch hit early in games when he managed in the big leagues. He would go for that matchup. If he didn't like something, some guys in Casey Stengel's lineup wouldn't get at-bats. I don't know why I brought that up. It's useless information. 1 through 5 hitters. 0 for 20. 0 for 20. 3 base hits. 3 base hits, 3 runs. Live by the home run, die by the home run. You gave up 4, they won 8-3. Let me just look at this number. Yeah, real quick. 1 walk total. 1. 1 walk for the Red Sox hitters. 1. So let me look at something here on the box score real quick, because I bet you it's a low number. Yeah, it is. Baz went 7, gave up 2 earned runs, picked up the win. He threw 96 pitches. The 2 relievers that the Rays used threw 30 pitches total. 126 pitches and 92 strikes. Something's got to change next year with the approach at the plate for Red Sox hitters. I don't care who's in the lineup day in, day out. But this is the one. 2 or fewer walks, just 1 walk Tuesday night, and an 8-3 loss. And again, it was a 5-3 ball game going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox hitters, 2 or fewer walks now, 11 times in the last 21 games. That adds to it. That goes away from Moneyball. That goes away from Theo Epstein. That goes away from seeing pitches. We're not even in that era anymore. And when the Red Sox were going well before the All-Star break, remember that series against the Yankees at Fenway Park after they took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies? You were into the Yankees bullpen early. Get into the bullpens. Early in a game, early in a series. You're seeing 126 pitches. You walk 1 time, you have 3 hits. Again, I tip my cap, boom, to Shane Baz. I like him a lot. They get their pitching in order next year. They get some bats in the lineup. They're going to win a lot more this year. I mean, they dropped off a ton from 2023. We know that. Comment section. DJ. Yeah, DJ. You're right. Jack's joining us here to balance out the Cora hate from the other night. Jack, I think I do a pretty good job trying to balance that out all by myself, but I do appreciate the help. Romy pinch hitting, Jack, I think that's what you're alluding to with the pinch hit for Casas, and he hits the home run. 7 home runs now from pitch hitters this year. That's part of our numbers of the night for the Red Sox. 3 from Romy Gonzalez. 3. So again, going back to Casey Stengel, maybe there are more pinch hitters early on next year. Again, that is somewhat sarcastic. Jack, appreciate it. DJ, you're saying it all, buddy. Ugh. With a couple exclamation points in there as well. Yeah, it's disappointing at this point in the season. Red Sox, Pivetta, Horn, combining to give up the 4 home runs. 9th time this year, Red Sox pitchers have given up 4 home runs in a game. 1-8, of course. 1 win in the 9 tries. That victory was against the Rangers, actually. So now 1-8 when giving up 4 home runs in a game. That's not the season high. That was against the Dodgers in Los Angeles, where they gave up 6 right out of the gate after the All-Star break. So numbers of the night. What's ahead? We don't know who's pitching tomorrow. I did not have it on Nesson, so you may know. I don't know right now. I don't know that Tanner Houck needs to pitch again this year. If he doesn't go Wednesday or Thursday, he's done. I would think. He's done. So that's what we've got. 2 more in the series against the Rays. The Rays take 2 out of 3 in this series. There's no saving grace here. You don't want to finish in last place. You've got 3 more games against the Blue Jays. You've now got 5 more against the Rays. You want to finish in third. Don't you? Don't you want to be there? DJ checking in. Cora saying that it's Houck tomorrow. DJ, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Will Sims or Garcia get in there? I don't know that you want to see either Lucas Sims or Luis Garcia pitch this year, because that just reminds you of what happened at the trade deadline when I was optimistic, but maybe there wasn't really a need to be optimistic in that time. 1 more number of the night. Casas, 59 at-bats, 19 games between home runs. And Casas, I looked this one up. Thank you, Baseball Reference. Casas, 5 of his 9 home runs this season with 2 outs in an inning. Boy, I really wanted to finish up on a positive with Josh Winkowski. But he had the bases loaded in the 8th inning. No one was warming up behind him. He got a soft line out with the infield in. Then he got a strikeout. Then Jose Siri blooped one in the left field. O'Neill left his feet, went for it, didn't get it. Gamble did not pay off. 3 runs come across in that inning. But then again, the Red Sox went 1-2-3 in the 9th inning. So instead of 5-3, they lost 8-3. And now they've got 2 more games in the series. That is going to do it for us on our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. We do thank you. And we are here until the end. Whether you want to call it playing out the stretch or not, we are here for you. We are here for me, because I enjoy doing this, and I hope you enjoy it as well. 1 more from Jack Carr. Jack Carr with the message of stay strong, Red Sox Nation. Throw that one up there. Hey, we've been through worse. Stay strong out there, Red Sox Nation. Better days ahead. That, Jack Carr, is how we're going to end on a positive with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. We are on within minutes of Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Sox and the Rays in St. Pete, Florida on Wednesday night. Locked On Sports Boston, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.